money?
I don't know, yo. I don't know what the fuck happened to my shit, but.
Last one was on red. Last one was on. They got red. He dropped.
I'm gonna be dead here.
No.
He knew. He knew. Timmy fucking knew. Yo, I don't know what the fuck just happened. My shit fucked up, but.
Wonton dumpling, but can we just say how scary it is to have a Pathfinder in the lobby just grappling out of ring? And it's something that, you know, I've seen Timmy do a lot of, especially coming from that content creator background alongside competition. He's got movement on Path.
This is the final series for Wonton Dumpling. So the points that they just put up by taking out Disguise are the difference between them seeding themselves into the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket when moving into the elimination stage. It has got to be the series of their lifetime, even given what they accomplished regionally. Wonton Dumpling sit at 34th, and with a unique approach from the south,
TYK is pulling up on Aurora right now.
to get to the end game.
This is going to be an
Show us.
You have reject in market that are going to have just a shrivel of cover throughout that is not necessarily going to benefit them. You have a lone member of Cloud9 just hanging up to the north, but we have to keep our eyes onto Liquid Alien there. They're holding just on the outskirts of the main door of Trials.
No, I want to watch Aurora.
In the nooks and crannies along the mountainside. Now, they will be able...
Я поджигаю.
Го наверх, может, мы уже отдали, Кирюх, го наверх, может, мы уже отдали.
Понял, ладно, давай.
Го вверх, я вверх их собираю.
Да, тоже брал.
Короче, вот тут Сольник сидит. Ой, Сольник ресает, блядь.
Блядь, надо это, блядь, мужики, это пиздец.
Давайте лево на квадраты, можем прям сейчас?
Лево на квадраты.
Пойди, можно.
Куда, давай. Ой, вы что там сейчас?
Там чел, сука.
У нас был шарики, два шарика, пацаны, два шарика.
Надо шарик сейкаться лететь.
Да, сзади его давай где-то.
Не дается здесь.
I need to call some beats, bro.
Право иди.
Сейчас поставлю.
Я такой поставил, за зоной слегка, похуй, покоцаемся.
Вот этот лучше будет.
А может на ноге, похуй, забайте. Но мы не долетим, мы не долетим.
Да, на ноге.
Давай вот сюда, на метку.
Давай.
Я утою.
Они
И
тут,
дальше на
блядь,
синий,
ребята, они тут.
похуй.
Я просто живу.
Давай, дальше, на меня на синий, Костик, одно.
Я хилю.
Проходи под Кирюху, Костя.
Не могу.
Блядь, меня пушат.
Выхай,
Кирюху, тебя один убил одного.
выхай одного.
Тут пушат, класс
Aurora
остался.
going down.
Меня в угол.
Aurora is out of here.
Сейчас.
Ты даже так, да, делаешь?
Дай еще блядь.
Дай что?
Fine.
Нормально, киллов оформили.
Instead, it's GYK that come in and clean up.
Aurora has fallen. Heroes now will lavish in the remnants of that battlefield. You saw the rogue bangle coming through, but this allows Liquid Alienware to walk up. Now, granted, it's not going to be in that next zone, but they will get priority to it, using all of the gas barrels to throw down and anchor it off. But for reject, they full send onto Heroes into that isolated 3v3 and just send it down. St. June for the wrap, and there goes Heroes.
It always feels really stylish when you commit to the slide over, and credit to Karanpay for making sure.
St. June is balling there now, bro. He knew after yesterday's performance he couldn't go out like that, you know?
Reject, omit, passion, all outside of the ring, all trapped in Skyhook will have to move into the open area.
This is the rotation we've been talking about that is going to get messy. Melcero on the low ground, throwing out utility to try and help them. For Geared, they're going by foot.
They could be getting fucked. Geared should have been getting.
We do, and immediately get the gen down, start fencing off. This is what you'd love to see. Now, granted, the bang ult had already been expended, and you'll get stunned up for a moment. That's all right. For now, we have hit the reset. We see Walsey Moist doing okay.
Geared actually have a playable position, I believe.
Yeah, Geared's in. Oh, why is he?
Still be in, if only by a little bit. And Watson is doing so much work to help them collect kills as other squads are forced to adapt in we'll call it suboptimal ways. Geared should maintain control of the rope. They drop down to scout out other teams. This is a big risk, and it's one that allows Moist to enter the building.
This is a building of carnage. I'm seeing Passion UA go down, complexities in the mix, Gear Gaming, not Moist. How do you survive in this environment? Because across the way, Liquid Alienware is holding all of the space in the end game, waiting for that to happen. Passion UA falls, and now Gear, they're undergoing a bit of fire here, and Omit joins the lobby.
could help. That is a deadly thermite, though, and Panic burning down has to stop.
Yeah,
the
one of
siege
your
onto
homies
Team
going down
Liquid,
actually
and
helps
instead
you in that
just hit
situation.
the meds. Reset's gonna go down. Another smoke on gear, this time to protect them. And Team Liquid Alienware just keep farming the damage. They've got to be on reds at this point, and they've got to be in the best position so far. The zone does pull a little further away from them, and with Yanya down and isolated from the rest of the squad, they may be throwing this away. Liquid just on the edge of success. Could go out at fifth, and they do.
That is heart-wrenching.
I don't know why he
There's not a
kept
lot of
shooting
cover
there.
out there. It's minimal to work with, and you could just see in that moment we're using him to suppress fire to Geared on the rooftop, but the job's not done. With the ring closing here, Lou, I'm ready to see Sheila come through. Now when they made all those changes that she can pick it up and walk, albeit it's slow, but if you just keep firing it straight, we'll take it.
Over at Market, Reject are the only team that don't have to fight for a position. Complexity are trying to keep them at bay, but just to their left, everyone is dying. Kimchi falls, the Rampart walls will do nothing, and Reject get to watch this happen. It's Reject versus Moist for the win.
Oh, all right, Complexity. We saw you try, but for now, all sights are set on
Reject got this, bro.
We saw the wrap come through. We saw the PK from above, and Reject Winity take map number 2.
Wow,
And I
bro.
can't believe that it happens
Fucking
again, but
wow.
Reject really did work. Skyhook, they did not sit in the far end of zone waiting for the ring to come to them. They did not try and farm up from afar. Reject Winity picked intelligent fights, full committed to
Look at my
them,
shit broke,
even
fool. You broke
when
my
the ring was
shit.
about to close, and ultimately walked away with a great spot and an isolated one at that.
Oakley, Songjun, Karampu, that it just has to feel good. We saw that beautiful interview that Nicewig and Greek had when they sat down with Karampu and Oakley themselves, and a lot of confidence in that long-standing duo. But when you bring in
Cheers to
Songjun at the
Reject
start
Winity,
of
bro.
the year, it really created the dynamic that we're witnessing throughout this. Now, mind you guys, here at LAN, this is the squad that dominated the APAC North Regional Finals.
So look, I'm gonna bring up my
Possibly
wager.
the most scary thing for that region to
Oh,
witness.
wait.
They're definitely a contender for a team that could win match point. This is their, I believe, second
Boom.
win of the tournament so
I was gonna
far.
say, bro,
And so while they've been
Hardeki
perhaps not
fucked me,
accelerating the pace
right?
of Alliance, who's already picked up 3 wins during the tournament.
I'm looking like I have a
think
chance to
second
win
in group
40.
stage, continuing this demonstration of the fact that they can
Feel me?
not just play for high kills.
Because
but
Hardeki
actively
fucked me, bro. He already
playing for the
cleared
win.
that.
The first place is gonna matter
Almost
less
positive.
here,
But
a
everybody
lot on
else,
that point.
I don't think so,
You
bro.
start thinking about their
Sang
journey throughout that.
Jun.
It wasn't
Sang
like they just got to
Jun's
walk into
balling.
Skyhook for free
So
and
then,
take
nah, bro, I'm
market.
tripping.
They had to
I might
battle
lose
their
money,
way through
but here's what I'm
Monument
hoping now
towards
at this
Skyhook
point.
and walk
At this point, right? See how it says protected play at the top? Boom, protected play. Every Friday, they give you $20 in like coverage to bet on a flex play. Meaning you could bet up to $20 on flex plays, and if they lose, you'll get them back. So you could throw like $5 here, $5 there, but I just like going big, bro. 20 to win 500. You know what I mean? You never know type shit. But basically fucking now, because we're at the point where we'll lose money if it hits, we just want everybody to lose out and everybody to do better than they're projected so that I lose completely and get my full 20 back. You know what I mean? So at this point, the bet's fucked. I was feeling good after game 1 until fucking Hardeki just balled out, bro. But Reject Winity, which has Sang Jun, they're balling. They got 12 kills in that round alone. Aurora got 6. You feel me? So I have to believe Hardeki got at least 1 right there. Yeah, exactly. Now we're hoping that, like, one of these other fuckers step up. We need Timmy to step up and get 5 kills. And Timmy has, like, 1 or 2. He's got a couple already. So it's possible, bro. But we need somebody else to step up now and fucking basically just make the bet not count, and I'll get my money back. And I'll get it back right now. So I can literally throw it, boom, right on the 7 o'clock match or some shit, you know? Shit's pretty dope.
tunnel up from landslide. They use that, they walk in, they save a lot of resources, and it looks really good.
That's exactly what Reject Winity did. That's the way they approached it and walked straight into market. But for our series results, we'll see how that win panned out for them, putting them in second place with 26 points, just 2 points behind Aurora. For Not Moist, though, with a massive game on their end, it'll put them into third for BR Demons, Liquid Alienware. That's going to round out
bro,
the top
Aurora's
five.
got
You
18
have to
kills,
think
Reject
that
Winity
Liquid
12.
could have stayed alive
And then my
a
other
little
teams
bit
that I
longer,
bet on,
not
basically,
losing
they're
out on
all
Yuri,
not really top.
sending out Jaguares to go for
You know what I
that
mean?
res. This could have been a different story.
It's tough. And
Wait, what the fuck?
ultimately, those
Actually,
small
Disguised
missteps
has no
and
kills.
Even outplays from other teams are going
So
to
Timmy
happen.
don't got
Liquid
any
Alienware,
points.
like you mentioned,
I
didn't
bet
have
on a
lot of
dude
cover.
on Riddle
I gotta say,
Order, I
Tim, I'm
think.
getting a little nervous because I went out on a limb for my prediction and I picked Reject, even though Aurora
Not
were in the group, and
Moist.
I know
They got
dominant
12, so
far.
Waltzy
And
might
seeing
have
them
that.
this close
Team
after
Liquid.
2 games, I'm not
They're
quite
actually
sure
right
I
up there,
expected
too.
to
It's
cast a
possible.
curse anybody, but
I might have
think my
just, yeah,
prediction was
hopefully
fine.
it just goes
Are you sure about
ass,
that?
you
Because I'm
know?
not sure about a lot of things.
Cloud
I was
9,
2
they
for
got
3
7.
yesterday, and
So
it's just
basically
been a
all the
toss-up
teams
for
I-
me today.
I'm an
Clearly,
idiot.
There's a lot of things moving and
Basically.
a lot of things to come. And one
I was
thing
way
in
off.
particular, we had already talked about Alter, and also what's to come alongside with that new season is going to be that solo mode. Because on Sunday, we are going to be having the solo showdown. So let's go ahead and get a sneak peek of what that mode's going to look like.
I love that.
Blame it on the chemtrails. That was embarrassing. And Maggie's back from the Sidman. I'll light a candle.
Pretty excited for that, I can't lie. Fuck's going on with this audio though?
kitted
Why
out
did it turn
fine.
off?
Which is really nice. I really enjoy when we get the kitted out weapons in TDMs. It lets me get right into the action without having to worry about all the looting that comes beforehand. So I know I, for one, will be playing solos, especially to warm up for ranked queues.
Especially when you hot drop and know that you're coming back. And if you're going to be warming up for rank, I'm looking at you guys in the audience because there's
Yeah,
a
I'm about to turn the
going
fuck up, bro.
outside
I'm
the
gonna become a
first
different
ever
monster
solo
when
showdown
solos
that is
drop.
going to be happening live here.
think it's already
on
live,
Sunday
right?
at 1:30 p.m. Pacific. This is what's going to happen prior to match point finals. So I just want to see if any of you guys out there in the stands can qualify and maybe get into that because we're going to have so many content creators and potentially other pros that'll. Actually, I don't think pros are competing. Because Graceful was talking about it.
Yeah, not the pros here.
Does
But if pros
Graceful
are
count?
attending, they can compete. And
Ah,
they can,
all right. I see you. Shoot your shot and see if you can make it in there. I know Dia and I are going to love to commentate overall, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that'll be interesting. I haven't commentated a solos show before. I imagine that it's actually probably going to be mostly you because I'm expecting a lot of action.
I just want it to be incredibly chaotic, get unique, maybe find some rat spots, be a menace on the map, but who knows? You got that respawn token to work with, so maybe if your first iteration of the drop doesn't go well to plan, you get a spot to rethink it. But at the end of the day, this is the final map on World's Edge for these two groups, B and D.
Final, yeah, like you say, final map before Storm Point in the second half of the series, which is really important when we're thinking about teams that do much better on one map versus another. I'm thinking, say, Aurora right now, I think they've got 53-ish% of their points. This has changed during the course of the series, but many of their points are coming from World's Edge, whereas other squads do tend to prefer Storm Point in order to accumulate their standings.
Well, for those that are not happy with where they have found themselves on the series results, Disguised, Red Rams, Riddle Order, Tom Young Kung. Now this is okay, right? We've seen teams that are sitting in the 20th spot move up well into that top 10 in just a matter of 2 to 3 games. But throughout the middle of the section, maps 3 through 4, even 5, this is where if you've made mistakes throughout the first 2, let's work on correcting that because those zones, they may not have been in your favor, but we're gonna have to figure out how to make them work for you.
And Tip, I cannot emphasize this enough, but this is the last game that anybody on stage right now is going to play before we hit the elimination bracket. World's Edge, if you're going to bottle review anything, this is the last World's Edge game you're going to bottle review before you're potentially knocked
She's high
out
for
of the
Raz spots now. We
tournament.
know
So
she.
everybody here has got to be playing on their A game because you don't have time to fool around a group
Yo,
stage
I didn't
anymore.
even catch
Experiment
that.
with the meta, with
She
your
really
rotation.
did say
It's
that
time
though.
to
Find a
dial in.
couple of rat
Dial it
spots.
in, iron out your mental, and drop on in. That
Yo.
ship is going from directly south all the way
Havoc,
up to
bro.
north.
The Havoc is where it's at.
There are gonna be some
Shit's
of our first
nasty,
teams
dog.
hitting the ground, such as Liquid Alienware over in launch site. Wait a second, wait, whoa. Alliance, they've abandoned Monument and have went to Thermal. You mentioned the last time on World's Edge. Well, here it goes. Designs already down. In fact, with the longbow, making it work. Timmy on the Mozam, answering back.
Timmy's
Last
balling
standing,
right there,
we've
but
seen this
he's
position
done.
before, just on the outskirts of Countdown, and the same result happens. Alliance, what are you boys doing over there?
I think Graceful mentioned this earlier today, but just because of the standings,
Wow.
Disguised have more to lose. Alliance get that burst of confidence to retake their POI, and they do it in style. They're not the only ones that are hard fighting, though, because finally SSG and Red Rams are going head-to-head for the POI.
And they've been flirting with this all around Climatizer, but for now, it has officially broken out. We do take one member down, which means it's a potential 3v2 unless they're able to get a reset across from them in the time that we focus on healing.
SSG should be able to get at least the singular kill. Whether Red Rams disengage or not entirely in SSG's control, and since Red Rams are running something like a conduit, they should be able to craft the banners as well, should they choose to disengage and play for the later game.
And it seems as if they're just looking for information. There goes the scan, finally off cooldown. The scan answered back. So now everyone has that information on the approach of where we're going through, but Zainu filtering his way up through the staircase, looking for any angles, but definitely checking around those corners. And Dash is on the roof.
Prowler in hand, Gold Mag actually could make a big difference in a fight like
These
this.
motherfuckers are
Red Rams
ready to
are
go.
Playing for a pick, playing for a mistake from SSG. One member.
Red Rams or whatever the
swings out
fuck
ahead
they're
of all the
fucking.
others. Zainu's gonna search. Scan
Nice.
connects. This gives full information over to SSG. Will they mess up the climb? Zainu's left on the low ground and Brex loses their shields.
Phony, massive in hand with the wait, double massive, okay, with the digis will make it work. Zainu, though, falls to Wyatt Chang, and Frax is gonna answer back with a trade. So we're still in a 1v2 situation here for Red Rams.
SSG may even be able to get a res in the next couple of seconds. We're not seeing a thirst on Zainu just yet. And with the doors in the way and Caustic still up, you've got a lot of zoning potential as Space Station.
This shit's
I am
amazing.
Very surprised, Tip, to not see Red Rams disengaging. They're a squad in 7th place overall right now, and they're choosing to gamble their World's Edge on this.
At the end of the day, they don't have conduit. They're not going to be able to craft banners. One has already timed out. Dash, maybe we can grab it and go. But if you put enough pressure and try to string out this reset that Space Station is looking to do, not only are we chalking both of our games at this point from a reset, but the time for rotation with the zone pulling sound and Phony, there he goes, finally puts the nail into the coffin, and they can focus on the game at
Easy
hand.
money.
Space, it doesn't even break a sweat. It looks like
I was
all
gonna
of
say.
SSG are just chilling
I
after
would
that
like, look at the
engagement. There's a
fucking
reason why they're a
final
terrifying
circle,
team
bro.
to fight off drop. This has delayed their rotation into zone, but I gotta say, Tiff, I don't mind it at all. You've secured yourself 3 points right now. You pick up another squad wipe, and it's essentially as if
I'm
you've
learning.
placed in the top 5 already. We'll see how well SSG adapt to the next couple of minutes, but it should just be Cloud9 that lie in their way to the zone.
Speaking of way to the zone, it looks like it's pulling down towards that tree. We had a good look at all the teams that have made their way into that nearby area. Wonton Dumpling electing to forego that engagement at Lava Siphon, landing at Dome, do get the ring console and have filtered their way through launch site. But for teams that are going to be making that long distance push, well, CYK, there's not going to be too long for them.
Where's that guy? There was a guy in the audience with the pick rev sign. We got your answer. Revenant has been locked in for TYK. There we go, he's got it. This is honestly going to be really exciting to watch as they're sitting outside the zone and playing for kills. Alliance doing much the same, albeit without Rev, but with Horizon and Conduit all layered on top of each other, it should be good.
All for Geared though, we just see them fall as if it had just started. It was between Geared, between Omit, and Alliance looking for a clean third party after taking down Disguised and Thermal. They're continuing on this warpath. I would be curious to hear what those conversations in the Alliance booth sounded like before the final map on World's Edge.
On the opposite end of the map, we've got Tom Young-kun running down the BR Demons. Should BRD fall, both South American squads will have fallen back to back. Asia's low, Asia's down, Rev has fallen! Our TYK going to fall apart. There's a trade here with BRD Azazel finding the knock for BRD. But TYK still need to make their way in. Frag goes long, Azazel on Caustic gets to reset, and there's a chance the VR Demons get a res. Find Archini back into the fight and then re-engage.
Well, this is what's really
Bro, it's
smart
only
about
round
what
one,
we're doing
like,
in this moment, right? We're
what the
throwing out
fuck?
the
There's so
barrels
much
to try
action
and
this
hit that
round.
res, get back to the numbers, but while that's all happening, TYK does the same. We get Asia back up onto the forest, and as we're healing on the door, it opens right up, and Blato takes down Ziggy back into a 3v2 situation.
We'll see if that finds a knock or not. Doing flesh damage in zone is deadly as it'll throw off your heal timings. First low health goes down, BR Demons lose one, Blato's down, Azazel picks up two, and BR Demons succeed just in time for a third party. It's disastrous!
Cloud9, they were rotating throughout that mid-map looking for information, and well, they heard the sounds, and that sign on the ground, live today, well, they can die tomorrow. See ya, BR Demons.
That is a tough way to go, I'll be honest with you. Fighting in zone against TYK, who to have engaged this ostensibly in the greater term of like winning a game of Apex Legends, TYK don't get anything out of this. TYK are definitely playing the meta game, trying to pick off a squad that they believe they can outfight. Not only do TYK not outfight the BR Demons, but by taking the fight in the first place, it pushes BR Demons into a no-win situation. Cloud9 are the beneficiaries, but man, does that feel bad as BRD to have taken that engagement and to have it have been so close. The rotation from Cloud9 will take them uncontested in through the east side of the ring and over towards Wonton Dumpling, perhaps, who are sat in the south, playing out of launch site with a lot of flexibility as to how they'll approach a tree zone.
This is going to be a tough one for a lot of our squads involved. You talked about Cloud9 hitting that rotation. They'll be able to drop into Lava Siphon. They have a ring console, a survey beacon for their use. But SSG and Aurora, they're going to be some of our latest arrivers down towards the tree side. But we're going to look towards
wall
where
bouncing around
Alliance
like
has
a
positioned
demon.
themselves at Harvester, because that will likely be the first point of contact for some of our squads rotating in from the north.
Complexity have got a really nice spot, given that Rampart's able to lock doors with just as much, if not more, effectiveness than legends like Caustic. They should be holed up nice in tree. Not a lot of doors that can actually be broken or breached in the next couple of minutes. And buildings should be pretty uncontestable. Aurora typically go for something like this, where they're playing along the edge and even adapted pretty darn well to last game when they had the zone coming to them. It'll be a slow game for a while until eventually they should be fighting through the side of Thermal, maybe going Harvester if they're feeling especially cheeky to take out squads that are unprepared for a zone wrap.
Oh, playing that position down low just opens yourself up. Now, Effect is just waiting to unleash the black hole and descend upon this squad, but as soon as we dab up onto this limb, you're getting shot at from the right. Those marksman rifles, the longbows, every bit of what we've seen other squads use are going to prevent them from being out into the open. So we're going to have to find a different path around, but regardless, when it comes to that next zone, we are pulling from these train tracks. It's a matter of time. Do we go straight into Not Moist? Do we rotate around towards that eastern side from Lava Siphon and potentially run into Space Station? Cloud9, reject.
I've got to appreciate that Alliance do back off there, give respect to the fact that Bangalore was used, because they've won in a small battle that will influence the larger course of the game. By trading one ult for none, you're giving yourself more tools, and especially when you've got a Horizon ult on your team and time is of the essence, having every advantage counts because team fights need to go fast.
See what we're able to do here. Rotating in on that path. They do have that next information, but the thing is, we need to find
just ready
out
for
what
fucking
the lay
final,
of the land of this
ring,
final
you
zone
know
will
what I mean?
look like in comparison with what's going to be the best position for us to play from. Now, granted, Jaguares likely just picks this up off the ground and was saying, I'm going to take some shots, finds the longbow on the ground. Obviously, it's not kitted out. We've got 7 bullets, and there's probably an AR, maybe even a hemlock nearby that he's willing to use.
Could be. Team Liquid Alienware still want to put a few more points on the board. They could push themselves up into winner's bracket for now off of this series. They're currently sitting in 26th, and depending on where they place, could secure a spot even
Shit's
after
getting wild.
the next group ends up playing. But it is going to require a lot of points, a lot of moves up the leaderboard, and they'll have to watch their backs as well, since Wonton Dumpling should be
Lions
going
going hammer now.
I mean, soon, but Effect is making his name here. We
Yeah.
just cut on over
Bones
towards that
is a
end
boy.
of the full send on to Not Moist. They had been toying with it, and the push finally came through. Now they're going to be able to find themselves a more clean path into that next zone, but the job's not done. We did get a look at where it's pulling, and Wonton Dumpling and Liquid Alienware have found themselves gifted a zone pool, and Wonton Dumpling, taking all the space in launch site, are making sure that no one wraps through that side to hit the choke.
Meanwhile, for a team like Reject, they're going to be safe for now. It's not a super active position that they have, honestly, and Reject should be looking for not any opportunity, but a good opportunity to drop down, find some kills, and then continue their rotation. If you take the jump too
How do
early,
you
you'll
hit
get
those
third-party
shots?
teams will
Like,
come up
what?
behind you. But if you hit it just right, then you should be able, very southern end.
In the truck, looking towards Alliance, and we also have Alliance in the nearby vicinity, and Riddle is playing corner on the outside area alongside Complexity. So the moment we see any teams looking to get involved near these train tracks, even with Space Station finally making their way through, something's going to happen, and the majority of these squads are all going to fall. We're going to go from 13 squads to maybe 7 in the next 2 minutes.
Remember when I mentioned that Aurora had 2 options? They could go through Thermal if they were playing safe, and they could go through Harvester if they were playing cheeky. Well, they are playing cheeky, and it's working out for them as Zainu bites the dust. That's basically unrecoverable, as Ori Rain should be able to find a full thirst. But by playing like this, Aurora are gambling in a way that they are better than the other squads that are rotating in alongside them, that other teams will not be able to punish them, and that's going to require, unlike last game, Hardeki to stay alive through the fights.
They really have to, especially with Alliance looking down on where they are, with Unlucky locking in towards the conduit and already expending Radiant Transfer despite Aurora off-screen having taken down Space Station. We lose out on Hardeki to riddle Yukio's triple take, so this is not going to be easy. It's enough that Alliance needs to full send yet another squad.
But we just said it, Chip! Hardeki has to stay alive, and the very fact that he's gone down, no matter the reason, means likely the end of Aurora. Alliance have very little resistance to be met with. They clean up a squad, and they use, interestingly, a Bloodhound ult to do it.
My boy said Alliance will be balling.
If I were them, I'd be looking for ult excels, because you are going to need every cooldown possible to move all the way into tree safely.
Well, speaking of safely, Riddle had locked into the position that Not Moist had found themselves in. Heroes expends their Bangalore ultimate to start looking to take that fight, similar to what we had witnessed with Alliance taking down Not Moist. Well, Heroes, unfortunately, is not going to be able to take Riddle. They disengage and dive into the building and immediately set up a fortress.
It's another situation where we're just locking doors for right now, making sure that teams can't get into spots that Riddle or teams like them occupy. We did mention Reject also, and with Alliance now facing them down, these teams have big decisions to make. Let's see what they choose to do as we take a listen in with Alliance.
Putting high ground.
Yep. Fighting right, okay?
I think we take the long one on. Kick you at the
Yeah,
beginning.
clean up. Yep.
Land center zone somewhere. Can you maybe land pipe? Let's team there.
We can land here, bro.
You go deep.
Where? On my pink here.
Okay, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Okay,
Down on the outside, outside.
Yeah.
We might queue up at 3P, okay?
Yeah, no
Save us for now.
Q410. Maybe in
Yeah,
front
save
of
us for
us.
now. Hold the
Careful,
doors.
team on side. Come here.
I'm
Careful,
scanning
we
backwards here, scanning backwards.
Yes, nade.
Oh, that's a good nade.
Then go inside now.
Batting. Watch me.
Yeah.
I have hound.
Left
Careful
tree.
here, careful here.
Left
There's
side
two
tree.
here, I think.
Okay.
Peeking.
Left side trees are coming down.
Save on me, save on me, save on me.
Yes. They might coming on left here. Anyone east?
Stay
Anyone
corner.
east? Yes.
Yeah. Fight this.
Careful building. Buildings are looking. I'm pushing this. Push this.
Yes, sir, it.
Valk cracked Thomas. Back cracked. Bottom dead. Valk is cracked as well.
Dead.
Valk cracked. All dead.
All dead.
Watchman.
Wow.
Good.
I'm rushing.
Alliance is frying.
Scanning, you're good.
It's two teams.
Black pip.
Albeit Alliance were able to take
They
out
need to
Rich
climb
and
up.
found themselves in a precarious situation, which opens the door for Complexity to get in on some early action. You know, Lou is just dying to break that out, but for now, we're going to stay inside for now. Alliance are setting their sights onto Reject, onto Passion UA, as everyone is just vying to get into that next zone.
Skynade might connect for Lou. Does not quite do enough damage to send on to Heroes, but Complexity need to wipe the team at their back. There's always the chance that they get third party, so they've got to do it quickly. But they cannot afford to swing down with teams like Wonton Dumpling looking down at them. Reject Winity have just gone out. We're into the top 5, and Complexity have no clear way out of the building.
We're just looking for angles, but the moment we peek out, we are met with the force, and Heroes is just looking for a way
Heroes come in!
Monsoon! You are not getting in my house today! But from Kimchi, it's going to be the last driving force to try and take down the remnants of Heroes behind the knockdown.
No
and
way.
that is not going to be enough, because Alliance, their thirst for dominance inside this match is historic in the making.
3 squads left. Alliance have already won 3 games during the group stage. Liquid Alienware and Wonton Dumpling have yet to win a single game.
And Liquid Alienware, we saw how close they came when it was in that skyhook ending. This time, we have all 3 up. Niazzle hits that Bloodhound, looks for some angles, but the barrel's going through the ring at their back. We just have to filter in.
Wonton are sending it!
They have to do something.
Wonton full committing onto Liquid Alienware. It is time to bunker down, wait for Alliance to show up, to be the heroes for Liquid. There's still a chance. If they keep everyone up, then they can win the game. Wonton Dumpling lose the first one. Alliance clean up, picking up the full thirst. Wonton Dumpling aren't getting a reset on this, and everyone has got to play very careful. Wonton trying desperately disengaged, but Bobo falls.
What are we witnessing? 20 eliminations, a third of the lobby, and they're not done. 4 more possible can go the way, and Wonton Dumpling is just going to lie in wait and let this Liquid Alienware alliance play out.
That was the last ult available for Liquid Alienware. They don't have Beast of the Hunt. They don't have Nox Gas Grenade. Alliance, on the other end, have no more big cooldowns to worry about. And even as the Beast of the Hunt ticks away, Hackers should be able to hold this angle with or without it. Wonton Dumpling are gone. Alliance control all the space. And Alliance might be picking up, should be picking up their 4th win of the group stage.
They control the space, they're controlling the lobby, and they want 3 more eliminations if they can do it. Now for Liquid Alienware, it's going to get tough, right? As soon as you start barreling in that building, we just have to wait it out. We're taking angles, looking for openings. In effect, does have the black hole.
Oh,
We finally break it down. We talk about all the things from the heavens. No, bro, we are crawling out there. The demons that
Easy.
they wear you up in your dreams, they're here.
My boy called it.
In fact, what an
Bones called
incredible horizontal triple swing from Liquid Alienware into a gravity lift. What a bait to set everyone into the same area, sucked into the black hole with nowhere to go. That was a major outplay by just one player,
Wild,
if I've
bro.
ever seen it.
Called it, Bones.
Those are the monsters your parents warned
Called
you
it,
about that are
dog.
lurking underneath your bed, and they have come to wreak havoc for World's Edge.
This is the same effect
Fucking
that we
called
saw
it, bro.
in group stages of split
Easy
sheet
dubs.
playoffs last
24
year. The
kills,
effect
bro.
that took
What?
everyone by storm. It is a
33 assists, more than half the
24
kills was
kill
because of them.
Game for Alliance. I know we talk about dropping nukes. This is a war that they just waged on the rest of the lobby.
It's done. It's dusted.
Right.
Do we just... I was gonna say, Los Angeles, man, you gotta give it to him. That was crazy.
Playing the way that Alliance did, we talked about this last game as well, in a very similar way to Reject, not going hard zone. but instead really abusing what group stage is all about.
Wow.
Teams that maybe have not adapted, that don't know exactly what their game plan is just yet, and instead committing really hard to yours, and honestly, playing it just as well, if not better than Alliance did regionally.
I love how before that, Mac, we were talking about teams that were going to be VOD reviewing the final match on World's Edge. I suggest you run that back from Alliance's POV. But for now, we're going to send it on over the desk because Rain Day, they got some other things to break down.
Well, thank you, Tiff and Dia. Great job on the first 3 games. I'm going to say we don't have too many other things to break down. We actually have that to break down exactly because what you just witnessed has never been done before. That is the largest LAN record for kills that Alliance just took over the team they killed, which was formerly LG, now Liquid Alienware, who had 23. They have 24 kills in that game, Zephyr. When you look back at a performance like that, that's the type of tone set that could take you all the way to a championship.
That's something for Alliance that is going to be absolutely incredible here for the momentum going into Stormpoint, because when we talk about that 24 kills, it not only starts with encompassing or eclipsing teams like Aurora, Liquid, but also starting off against a squad like Disguise, taking back their home in Thermal Station. It shows that Alliance is here to play, knows the experience that they have is going to garner them that success, and the strategies that they came up with from yesterday are giving them their advantages now.
Story with Alliance, obviously incredible finish in Split 1. They were 3rd place overall in EMEA, but questions at LAN. Always a team that we thought was a contender, clearly doing it here as we look at the bottom half of our top 10 teams. Some teams, Moist, had a very good start in one of these games, didn't do it again, and we have to figure out if that's going to stay consistent.
Boom,
a team
shit.
we're looking at Aurora as well, off to the races, then don't quite get it done in game number 3.
I think I fucking didn't hit, obviously.
Do better as we head into our new
And
map
I believe
our back half of this
I get my money back, so
let's keep the topic running on Alliance. Jamerson,
can't be
just looking at
upset,
some of their
you know?
stats there, that is a performance, maybe one of the best that we have seen.
I was gonna keep betting on the third, fourth, fifth, sixth game, but I'm like,
coming back to Apex Legends for me because,
tomorrow,
as much as things have changed, rosters have changed, this iteration of Alliance is completely different.
Fuck
this
it.
is
Bones,
the kind of
hit me
potential
up.
we've always seen out of Alliance.
You're gonna be on later tonight.
That harkens back to Hawkins'
Chat,
shot
peace
calling.
out.
The first 2 games were a little bit shaky, but the third
Good
you
little
gotta
day,
admit,
boy.
definitely made up for those first 2.
Time for me to go do
One
my
of the things,
thing, you
Grace,
know
as
what I
we take
mean?
a look at these overall standings
Peace.
that Hockey's has done so well is he's led this team through different iterations of itself.